All right, welcome back. Let's make a quick recap here for Friday, the end of the week. VEEE was just did the move that I was waiting for power hour. I wanted to wait until after hours when I wasn't trading to do this huge move, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess you can't catch them all, but I usually don't like to trade after hours. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I never really dabbled into it. I don't think trading after hours on a Friday is going to be very good for my strategy. So I'm going to stick here for a small red day. Today's a small red day. I had a little bit of sloppy trades today. Got a little bit too loose with my discipline, and I let my losers go a little bit too long. And it kind of just added up. And then before you know it, I was down actually $350 on my lowest. And then I started to kind of inch back towards break even throughout the day. Now I'm finishing only down $80. So very small red day. Use it manageable. The week is still very in good shape. So, just a small red day to kind of tell me that I'm kind of a little bit steering off a track today. If I keep going in that direction, I'm going to continue having red days. So it's important that I take this and review all of my trades to make sure that I get myself back on track, even if it's just a little tweak in my psychology, a little tweak in my strategy to keep myself green. And I think it is from what I've reviewed so far. It's just from me not cutting my loss and willing to get back in at a better price, because I was letting my losers go a little bit too long, and I was willing to hold through a pullback, and sometimes those pullbacks never came back, and I had to just cut it for like 5-6% loss or so, and it just added up. And yeah, UBX was the one pre-market where I just kind of blew it. But so UBX here, I traded this in a small green, kind of trading a breakout and scalping that front side, but I didn't trade big size. And so I felt like I really should have done better, because I don't know. I just felt like I guess I should have made more, and so that caused me to kind of start trading this to try to look for a reclaim back to the highs and maybe run. But very bad dip buys here. None of the support is really holding up. Any sort of bounce off the 90 EMA, not really existent. VWAP, not much meat on the bone there. But then it starts curling up, going for the breakout. We're running up to $2. Now I'm back to green here, in the green on UBX, but then I size in for the break of 2. It pulls back, and I'm like, all right, be patient. Let's be patient. I was only down like 5 cents, but I didn't really know how much 5 cents was on this stock. 5 cents is still almost 3%, and so I was down 3%, and just never came. It wanted to retest the 90 EMA first, and still broke below the 90 EMA. And so I started cutting it right at the 90 EMA. I was like, if this ain't gonna hold the 90 EMA, I ain't holding this any longer, because I'm already down 10 cents here and 2,000 shares. And so that's a pretty decent loss, probably about 5%, 6%. 2,000 shares, so it's $200 loss, about 193. So my problem here was just not cutting my loss and getting back in at a better entry. I just let the loser go, because I was like confident this would break through $2. I was like getting so confident, and these setups did work this whole week, and so it's just, I don't know, I kind of just it made me a little bit loose, and I should have just kept my discipline tight. But now I'm down, and here I start going for this breakout again. Now I'm looking for that $2 here, but I'm taking profits early, because I don't want that same thing to happen. And again here, I get in 400 shares at 94, looking for just a starter, and then when it runs up to 2, I'm going to add. But pulls back again to the 90 EMA, which, okay, it's really good support. And what I should have done is just tried to cut it here at 193. If it didn't work out immediately, I should be cutting it, looking for a better entry, because I could have got a better entry all the way down in the 80s. So, and then your psychology completely flips. If it's a really good entry, but you're still holding from a negative position at a higher price, completely the strategy, like your psychology changes, your strategy changes, and it's better just to cut the loss and to re-enter. So here I ended up cutting it at 91 and 89, which is pretty much the low. Then I get back in all the way up here at 98 for the break of 2, which did turn out for a winner. But yeah, completely botched UBX. Completely botched it. Very, very terrible trading. But that's how I learn. That's how you learn how to stay disciplined. Every once in a while, especially after you have a lot of good trades, a lot of good green days, you always get a tendency to kind of get a little bit too loose, and you let the losers go a little bit too long, or you start taking setups that aren't really there, and that was kind of the problem here for me. But as long as it's small red day, perfectly manageable, manage my risk. Then we went over to VEEE. Traded this one here for nice, starting to get back green, but starting small size because I don't want to get any farther red at this point. Then here I just get chopped. Like it was a chop fest here. So here I'm trying to buy this first 1 minute candle, and it doesn't fill me at all. And it finally fills me, and I'm looking for this breakout here. I'm just thinking it's just gonna run up. Like I don't know why I was thinking. I was thinking it's just gonna run up and break out. It just looks so strong. I don't know. I gotta review the tape because this is terrible. Yeah, 16, getting at 16, flashes down. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a green to red. It might just dump here, so I gotta cut it. And it dumps down here to 60s. I get in here at 590 for the reclaim. Now a break of 6, taking some profits at 605, but it never really holds up, and I take the rest at 80 for break even, 85 at break even. And then it runs up all the way up here. Here I'm getting in now as it's rising, 36, 37, looking for that breakout. It breaks out. I have some market orders that don't even get filled up until the 40s, and then it immediately just flips instantly down 30 cents on 750 shares or 1,000 shares. And then that puts me down. Now I'm down like 350 on the day. And this is just, what a great start to the day. Like, look at that. It's crazy how whippy that was. Then it finally curls up and does the move. And I finally get back in, start trading this, goes into a halt. But I was in small size because I was I didn't know. I needed to get some footing first before I started to size back up. So 100 shares, 200 shares, small winner here. It resumes. Here I get a nice break of the 7 because $7 for the resumption under 7. Then I see that it's kind of holding the open price or like the previous candle. So I start getting in for maybe a reclaim of this wick and then maybe another squeeze. We've been seeing that this week. I've seen that a couple times this week, but very risky trading, very aggressive trading because it's really extended off the 9 EMA. And so, you still had room down to 650. And we did see that dump down here to 650. And I decided to still hold it. I was down 50 cents, and this could have been a terrible day. This could have went down to 6, halted down. That could have been it. That could have been it for me. It could have been another $750 red day. So gotta really stay disciplined here. I really should have cut it here immediately as I saw it wasn't going to work, and then get back in at a lower price. I don't know. I guess I was kind of slow today. I don't know. I didn't feel like on top of my game today. I usually can know when I don't feel like I'm on top of my game. Just a little bit foggy, a little bit slow, sluggish, either from a lack of sleep or just like other daily, life stressors, or just like, yeah. But it's just one of those days. And so then I get back in here. I average down here in the 60s as I see buyers here off the 9 EMA. And then I'm taking profits here into the reclaim. Really what I should have done was held for this pop here. I could have had a nice green trade there. But, I'm happy this was actually turned out to be a break-even trade because it could have been really deadly. Then here I get in at 701 for the break of 708. We're up to 708 for a 7-cent trade. And then here it starts to consolidate, kind of just still trading the range. Here's 3 cents, here's 7 cents, here's a break-even trade. Then it kind of curls back down through the 9 EMA, down to the VWAP, find some support. I'm thinking we're going to squeeze up past 750. I thought this still had room to go. And I get in at 707. Here's a nice 20-cent trade. Buying the dip, selling the pop, buying the dip, selling the pop. Doing really well now. Now I'm down only like 150 bucks or something like that. So made a lot of that loss back. Then it curls back up and I get a nice trade here. I just start adding here at my first entry is down in 693, 695 for the break of $7. For now we got a potential squeeze because now the shorts are trapped. Shorts are thinking this is going to fade. So shorts are trapped and I'm selling here, taking my profit, but I'm looking to add back for now for the break of the high. I thought this was going to break through the high here, but I pull back, try to get that first woman to pull back for that retest of the high. Don't get it immediately, I cut it, which is good. Then I get back in at 63, a little bit, no, did I get back in at 63? 36, I get in here at 36 for the break of the high. We break through the high, then I add to my position in the 80s as I'm showing a lot of buyers here up in this level. And it closing candles like sticking around the highs, and there's a lot of buyers buying it up. And I start selling the rest of that position at 92, which is literally at the high of that candle. Here, I sold the rest of my position at 89. So yeah, pretty much at the highs. And it didn't go any higher from there. Actually, no, it did. And then it dumped. But yeah, really good trade here on this breakout and this short squeeze and breakout. This got me back to green on VEEE and only small red on the day. And then here again, I did try to do some more trading, but I knew it was just didn't feel good up here. It just felt very top heavy. There's a lot of dumps already. This was actually all break even trading. And just look at these red candles just flashing down, just very risky, this stock. Very, very risky. But I was looking for a parabolic move, which we didn't quite get. That was VEEE. Oh, the last one was NVTA. So let's go through NVTA. This one, breaking here. Got a quick scalp through 50 there. And then curling up towards the highs. And I start adding for the highs, break of the highs, pulls back. Now I'm adding here for the... here I actually got in too early. I got in at 83 and I cut it at 70. I should have waited, if this didn't go instantly, if I got in here at 83, if it didn't go up to 60 instantly, I should have cut it, which, I would have had a better exit and then look for a better entry down here because the 9 EMA could have some support, which it did. And then I got back in at 79 for my better entry. And then it was a small win there, but then I got back in at 86 under here and then adding at 98 for the breakthrough 6. Got a nice, beautiful trade there, and that was a nice $70 trade. Or $64 trade. And that brings me down only $79 on the day. So, small loss. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Nothing to be down about. So, I did trade. The volume that I traded today wasn't as high as I want to, as the previous days. I mean, yesterday I didn't trade that much either, and it was actually a pretty good day. But I want to be up here near 80,000 to 100,000. So that's kind of my goal. It's definitely going to take a lot of effort to get to that point. Definitely have to be willing to take bigger share size. And it also depends on the price of the stock as well. So, lower price, I'm going to take more shares naturally. So I also have to weigh, the average position cost. But yeah, I'm still ready to push it. I'm still coming in every day, wanting to push my share size every day to just grow and just become a bigger trader. And so far, it's working out. A lot of these times I'm going to have these red days, and they're going to be a little bit more. They're going to tend to trigger your emotions a little bit more than staying in your comfort zone. But, if you can manage it and, when you get a little bit too far red, like this case 350, I don't want to be anything more red than 350. If I'm getting any more red than 350, then I'm not having proper risk management. So at this point, I'm down 350. I'm like, all right, now it's time to size down 100 shares and try to dig myself out and then get some momentum going. Then maybe I can You know, if I get down to maybe minus 200, then I can maybe go back to taking bigger size, and then I can, you know, potentially dig myself out of the hole. So that was the idea. So if you start going red, 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 red on your size or bigger size, if you're trying to size up, once you're red like that, you got to size down and then try to get some traction to kind of get that momentum going the other way. And I did start to get the ball rolling here, but around 11 o'clock, there just stopped being any opportunity for me, and I just started doing other things. I did try to come back for power hour, but it didn't really give much opportunity that I like. So, and here you can see on the day here, my risk reward is terrible, like almost half to 1, 0.5 to 1. Almost double, or 1 to 2, I guess you could say. So for every $18, I'm losing $32. So I have a pretty big negative risk reward, and a negative profit factor, and accuracy kind of weak as well. 60% is kind of weak. I need it at least 63, 64 at minimum. Let's see my overall here. Yeah, 64 is like my average for everything. So I want to be right around that area, and then as close as I can. My goal is 1 to 1. I can say close to 1 or 1 to 1 risk reward. That is ideal. I don't want to be anything less than 1 to 1, even though it does say less than 1 to 1. My accuracy does make up for it, but my best green days are the ones that my risk reward is positive. And so if I look at yesterday, my risk reward was positive. And even though I guess my accuracy was a little bit weak, but my risk reward did make up for it, and worked out to be a green day. And then here on Wednesday, I had a 60% win rate, which still kind of a little bit lagging, but my risk reward was positive, which is good. And then on Tuesday, I had a 1 to 1 with a 63%. And then on Monday, I had actually a negative, but I had a 60% win rate. And then here on Wednesday was, yeah. Yep, so that's my statistics, I guess, for each trading day this week. But that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Enjoy my weekend. Nice green week this week. So actually, it's been the biggest week I've ever had. Definitely the biggest week I've ever had, by a little bit. So definitely showing signs of growth here. Up 13.26 on the week. My previous biggest week was 1,147. So taking another step in the right direction. Very good to see after I had that red week. That was a very tough week. Emotionally, mentally. I'm glad I'm through that, and now I'm here at the highs. And it feels good because, sometimes you just need that one step back to take that one step forward. Sometimes like success is like right after your worst failure. So, that just seems to be the theme here in trading. Whenever I have a big red day, I get everything back together, and I'm actually stronger. So, all right, that's it. So I'm going to call it here, and I'll see you guys next week for the next trading week. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And if you guys are still here watching, please hit the thumbs up button. Also, consider subscribing if you're not yet a subscriber, and also comment down below how you've been doing. So, all right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.